What is going on, YouTube fam? Welcome to the Jonathan Dearman Show. And in today's video, I'm actually going to be reacting to a video where vegans and meat eaters debate. Now, if you haven't seen this video before, it gets very interesting to say the least. And so we're going to jump into this. But before we do, I just want to give full disclosure with my own personal bias. I am an avid meat eater. If I saw a dangly piece of tri-tip in a dumpster, at the very least, I would be tempted. Okay, so I just want to be fully honest with my own personal bias here. But in the spirit of trying to understand all sides, I'm actually going to go vegan for the month of November, for the entire month of November, which includes Thanksgiving, which will be tough, but I'm going to go vegan and I'm going to get the full experience. I'm actually excited about it. The only thing I may have, I'm going to try to get all my protein and everything from the vegan diet, but the only exception I may have is I do have some protein powder and I will be working out. And if I feel like totally weak, like my muscles are being completely drained and I have very big muscles, they need a lot of food. If that's the case, I will have a protein shake with water, not with milk, but with the powder and water. And that would be the only exception. Other than that, I will be fully vegan for the month of November. And with that, I will also be dyeing my hair green, of course, and getting one of those nose rings that goes right here on the snout. So, what? That's not part of... I thought that was part of being vegan. You're saying that's not part of it? I guess that's not officially part of being vegan. I guess I'm just going to stick with the vegan diet for the month of November. And I'm going to be watching at least 3 videos that show the horrors of the processed food and how animals are slaughtered and all that. And it's supposed to be like really eye-opening and make you second guess whether you should eat meat. So I'm going to go for the full experience, okay? Just call me a vegan starting November 1st. So I'm really excited. Now, with that being said, though, let's jump right into the video and let's watch this debate.
What are you putting in your body? Dead, carcass, pain, suffering, fear.
Can I have all of my vegans go into that pool of light and my non-vegans in that pool of light?
The way I support my body and my health is extremely important. I don't find that I can function at my best, either healthy, productive, emotionally stable, or intellectually capable, unless I have a lot of proper nutrients in my diet.
Okay, now this I'm really excited about to see when I go vegan. The positive effects of not putting a lot of junk in my body. Lately, being honest, I've been eating pretty junky and my energy level has just been a little down. But yeah, that's great that he takes a lot of care into what he puts into his body. So very good.
Is a human at the same level of equivalence as like a fish?
Right.
That's probably a big reason why I'm not vegan anymore.
Right.
Because I didn't see that I had to see myself at a moral equivalent of a fish.
That's very true, and you shouldn't see yourself as the moral equivalent as a fish, right? I mean, human beings, I believe, are distinctly different and unique to animals. We're not like every other animal. We have the capacity to reason. You know, you never see a deer up on a mountaintop just admiring the sunset. They don't have the capacity to think like that and to process like that, and we have a very unique, special ability to do so. So I agree with what he's saying. We're not morally equivalent, in my opinion, to fish or other animals.
I don't think it's a question of whether we're at the top. I think it's a question of what do you do with that? If you have a more conscious energy than an animal, what do you do with that power?
You don't think this is insensitive, do you?
I would kill an animal.
I think there'd be tons of contexts where I'd kill an animal. Like if a lion's gonna go kill a baby, I'd probably kill an animal. I'd kill an animal to save a human life, and I get that vegans probably wouldn't do that.
I totally agree with him. Of course you should kill an animal if you're talking about saving a human being's life. Of course, right? Human beings, again, are distinctly different in my opinion. I would never even consider, if I have the ability to kill a lion or some animal to save a baby or a person, I would never even consider sparing the lion and letting the person die.
I would definitely try to not kill it. I mean, I feel
But if
like
it comes down to you or the animal, you killing the animal?
I would.
No, they're going to give up their life for the fish.
Why is it always the
But think about
extreme
this.
case when talking about would I kill an animal? Like,
yeah, exactly.
if you were in this situation.
There aren't lions running around downtown LA.
When I was into hiking, there's mountain lions that come and kill people. You've known that, right? That's
Yes,
in Orange County,
totally.
right? That's not in the jungle in
It's not
Africa.
an everyday situation of
but-
would you kill an animal?
But it's Orange County. Mountain lions have killed hikers, kids. Would you
Totally.
just let them? No, let the kid
Yes,
die.
we're hiking in the mountains and there's a mountain lion. I have to be aware of the fact that I'm in mountain lion territory and be like, I'm okay with the risk. Because to be honest, I'm not hiking with a gun. I have no way to defend, even if I did, and even if my attempt were to be successful, I would feel awful having killed the mountain lion.
Well, your feelings are your foundation then for your beliefs then.
100%.
Okay, so this is where I have a big problem. This is where it falls off for me. I'm all for being kind to animals, not unnecessarily killing them. I'm all for that. But when you talk about not being willing to kill an animal, even if it means saving a human's life, that to me is a twisted perspective. And whether or not you believe in God, this is what happens when you take God out of the equation. When you say there's no God and we weren't created intentionally, then it kind of makes sense where they're going with this, right? Which is humans are animals, we're all the same, we're just a little bit more developed, what difference does it make? But I disagree with it. And I'm sure there are a lot of atheists, by the way, that disagree with this perspective too. You don't have to believe in God to believe that human beings are worth more, but believing in God certainly helps the foundation of determining that humans have intrinsic value higher than the value of an animal.
Are human beings animals?
Yes.
Yes. Sure.
Such a small question there, but such an important question. I personally believe that human beings are distinctly different than animals, that we are not in the same category of animals. We are unique altogether. That comes from me being a Christian. That comes from me believing in a God and believing, specifically the God of the Bible, believing in the Christian beliefs that God made man and woman distinctly in his image and likeness, different than the rest of the animals.
Would you kill another human being to save another human being?
Yes.
What makes one person more valuable to another? Is it your relationship to that person?
It would probably be.
So if, for example, I raise an animal in the wild, it's like an animal I've built a relationship with, and that animal now threatens the life of a human being that I don't know, but I've known that animal its entire life. What makes killing that animal as just cause okay as opposed to saving that life? I have a longer relationship with that animal. Why would I kill the animal before I'd save that person?
The reason you would kill the animal and save the person would be because you believe that human beings have an intrinsic value that is significantly greater than animals. Therefore, even the relationship you have with an animal does not trump the fact that human beings are worth more in general.
It's about relationship.
You kill a person over an animal. That's just
Correct.
how you- yeah.
Because I believe human beings are animals.
Now, I see humans at a different level, but maybe you value fish at the same level as a person. We see it very different.
I do.
He does acknowledge that fish and people are at the same level, that's what he believes. That's so interesting to me. I didn't grow up around vegans in general. None of my family members are vegan. None of my close friends are vegan. So maybe I just am not aware of how people think, but this kind of throws me off. Like really? Like you view animals, you view fish worth the same amount and as valuable as a human life. Oh, you know what? I just thought of this. So that's probably, I remember seeing a video a while ago. That's probably how you end up like this young lady in this restaurant with this video talking about a chicken that was a little girl that she saved. Take a look at this.
I have a little girl. She was very abused for her entire life. She was terrified. She has a very determined look in her eyes wherever she goes. She was locked away. She was hidden. She had nobody there for her. She was going to be killed. Someone was going to murder her. And I can see you smiling, and I can see you laughing. But to her, this is not funny. I went in there with other humans and I took her out of there. And if I hadn't, she wouldn't be with me right now. She would be gone, just like all of her sisters, just like everybody who we left behind. And right now their eggs and their milk and their bodies are on plates inside this restaurant. Her name is Snow. She's a beautiful little girl and she just wants to live. This isn't food, it's violence. It's not food, it's violence!
I mean, listen, I'm not questioning whether or not she's genuine. She seemed to be really affected by that. And I'm not mocking her for that. But I mean, a chicken, I mean, again, I didn't grow up around vegans. I don't really understand this mindset. I get loving animals. I get being kind to animals, but valuing them the same. I mean, getting all emotionally distraught over a chicken, it's really something, guys. Hey, in case you've never thought this way, maybe you're sitting there, maybe you have the same feelings. Maybe I am totally micro-aggressing you or even macro-aggressing you right now. Listen, I apologize. I'm not trying to step on anyone's toes here. If you're a vegan out there, I don't dislike you. I'm curious though. I'm interested in knowing how you got there with your thought process. So please enlighten me, seriously, in the comments. Please enlighten me as I go through this journey in the month of November of being a vegan. I would love to just understand a little bit more about how vegans view things.
Do you guys have like cheat days ever?
Hell no. I am vegan 100% at the front line, ethical reasons, always, always, always. And that's why I don't think in 24 years I've ever gone back.
That's impressive to me. That's very impressive to me. That takes discipline. And like she said, she's going vegan not just for health reasons, but for ethical reasons. Hey, I applaud, sincerely, I applaud that she made a decision and she stuck to it. She said 24 years. That's a long time. And so I applaud that. That takes a lot of discipline.
You may never give up meat fully, but it's like you're making a choice. You're at least thinking for yourself and making a decision, and like that's all you can ask people to do is think for themselves.
I really appreciate each and every one of y'all. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well done. I love the idea of people with differing views having cordial discussions. This whole format of people with completely opposing views being willing to come and discuss their different viewpoints. I love this. I think this is seriously lacking in the country right now. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so that you get to see the documentation of the 30 days of me going vegan. I'm gonna just video pretty regularly, and I'm gonna put a compilation of the overall 30-day vegan experience in one video and post this at the end of November, in the beginning of December, somewhere around there. But I love you all so much. Sincerely, I want you to know, yes, you, I would literally choke the daylights out of a baby shark to save you. So in return, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you all at the next Jonathan Dearman Show. Peace.